Hello, and welcome to this video on mindfulness as a key practice for intuitive empaths and sensitive people. So I hope you had a lovely festive season and the new year has begun well for you. My name's Katherine, and I am very passionate about speaking to some of the issues and challenges that sensitive people and intuitive empaths find themselves dealing with, and some solutions, sharing about my journey. So in this video, I'd like to speak about mindfulness. My year has begun with realizing, and also toward the end of last year, realizing that I really needed deep rest. And I came back to the practice of mindfulness, and it's made a huge difference. So I really wanted to speak about that and some of the benefits of mindfulness, especially for intuitive empaths and sensitive people, because you might not realize the huge benefits of mindfulness for intuitive empaths and sensitive people. And when you do realize, you may choose, as I have, to embrace this practice as a daily practice. So one of the things about being an intuitive empath and sensitive person is that you're, taking in so much sensory input and information all the time. And as many of us know and have experienced, that can lead to a sense of overload and overwhelm, can lead to feeling drained and depleted, and also to feeling really stressed, and can contribute to, chronic stress and different issues that can cause. So it's not a small problem, the stress. And I think, as a sensitive person, as an intuitive empath, I found different solutions to that at different times. I generally create my life so as it's peaceful and calm, and I include, being close to nature, walking in nature, just as part of my life. These are ways that I just look after my nervous system and my sensitivity. And nevertheless, I found myself just accumulating a lot of stress last year. It was a really big year for many of us. And so time for some next level solutions. It just, walking in nature and, trying to, keep life create a life that has, flow and space for time to myself, things like that. It's just not, it just wasn't doing it. I found myself at the end of the year really, really stressed and in need of deep rest. And during that time, I began to practice mindfulness, and it's made a huge difference. I really feel for the first time in a long time that my nervous system has just settled a whole lot. I feel, more present, more peaceful and quiet, and that stress, I can feel it's beginning to, really drop away, and I'm just settling and grounding. So good stuff. So I've been practicing mindfulness, usually, 15 minutes to, I'm enjoying it so much, I'm wanting to do around 30 minutes now in the mornings. And then, maybe later in the day, I might do another 15 minutes before bed, 15 minutes, but definitely in the morning. And I'm finding that, I can just bring that mindful practice into my life and, just be, at times just aware of my breath, just aware of being present, aware of tension, all the things that are practiced during mindfulness practice. So There are different types of mindfulness, different approaches to mindfulness, and some of the practices that are often included, if you're not familiar with mindfulness, are scanning the body, practicing non-judgment, practicing compassion and kindness. I'm just observing the sensations, focusing on the breath. So these are some of the things that are often included in mindfulness. So there are lots of mindfulness courses out there on the internet. There's many courses. There's free resources for mindfulness. And I just wanted to speak to the benefits of that as something that I think is a really key practice. I'm beginning to realize is a really key practice for intuitive empaths and sensitive people, in my opinion. I have practiced other forms of meditation, but they didn't have that really, they didn't have some of the benefits for me of mindfulness. I haven't really practiced mindfulness before for any length of time. I have experienced it. I didn't notice the benefits as much, perhaps because I've started to really focus on de-stressing. I was able to experience more of the benefits of it. I don't know, but I'm certainly experiencing the benefits of that now. And so I just wanted to talk about that. I wanted to speak about some of the benefits that I've put together. Where's that? Yeah, so some of the benefits of practicing mindfulness, particularly for intuitive empaths and sensitive people, are a reduction in unhealthy stress levels, easier to move into a state of peace, calm, and presence, more restful and rejuvenating sleep, better able to manage emotions and emotional triggers, responding rather than reacting to life more of the time, more grounded and present in the body, increased relaxation, increased ability to be present to what is going on without going into overload or overwhelm, improved overall well-being, more productive, increased life enjoyment, awakening and openness to heightened extrasensory experiences, increased capacity to observe thoughts and emotions rather than reacting, non-judgment and compassion for self and others. And I'm sure there's many, many more benefits. That's just some of the benefits I came up with. And what I find is that being an intuitive empath and sensitive person, as we really calm our nervous system down and bring balance and harmony, we're able to experience more of the positive side of our gifts. We're able to really notice that deep capacity to connect deeply with ourselves, with our creator, with to experience life in really wonderful and magical ways due to our sensitivity. Many sensitive people, intuitive empaths, feel things deeply, and when you're more present, that can experience more of the subtleties and refinement of the senses and really begin to just notice and appreciate small things in life, the beauty all around us, the beauty of nature, stop and listen to a bird's song and really hear it and just notice many of the things in heightened ways. And we're all different, that as an intuitive empath and sensitive person give a richness and depth and refinement to enjoyment of life. And find that, and what I'm finding through the practice of mindfulness is it's easier to be present to things that don't feel so good, to as an empath, we're often aware of other people's emotions. We may also have sensations in the body, notice sensations in the body due to sensitivity to energies in the environment, around us, and some of that stuff really doesn't feel good. I think these are some of the things that I struggled with, being very, very sensitive, being really present to some of these feelings. And with the mindfulness practice, it's helping me to be able to be more centered and be present to that, to whatever is there, without needing to immediately do anything about that, without the need to change that or judge that. It's a work in progress, but it's really improved my capacity to just be present to what is, rather than feeling I need to do something with that and shift that, or distract myself in some way, or focus somewhere else, because it's really unpleasant. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video and it inspires you to incorporate mindfulness practice into your life. I'm just going to put a link in the beneath the video to a fellow I practiced, learned mindfulness from online some time ago. He has quite a few free videos. I don't have any like financial remuneration for doing that. I just like to offer different resources, so as people have those resources to assist them. At some point I may create my own mindfulness videos. I think I'll just practice a little bit more first, and then we'll see how we go with creating my own mindfulness videos to share something of that experience. So thank you so much for joining me, and see you. Look forward to connecting with you in the comments. I'd love to hear your comments and sharing about your practice and experiences with mindfulness, and just connecting and sharing with you. Thank you.